The ability to move your legs fast is probably the most underrated thing in sprinting. Can you move your legs fast? And that has nothing to do with strength. It's electrical, neurological, CNS driven. Stay low is the worst cue in the world. Not stay low because people will bend. He called me, and I say that casually, like Saquon called me, and I was kind of shaken, And he goes, Coach, I feel like I've been brainwashed. I go, we all have.
Yeah.
We all have Mamba mentality. You got to get up at 4 a.m. You know what happens to like a 19-year-old kid when they start doing Mamba? They get hurt.
Yeah.
They break down eventually.
Yeah.
And it's bad. It's a crash. Because tired is the enemy, not the goal. Great visual. Put your hands high. Okay, now higher. See what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I mean by turning it to 11. What we're going to show you today is the atomic speed workout. This was something I did for USR, Universal Speed Rating. It's Les Bellman's company, and they wanted me to do some type of project for them. And I just read Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Yep.
We are nothing more than our habits, good and bad. And he gives us strategies to get better. And one of the strategies to create good habits is starting small.
Okay.
You don't tell kids, do 100 push-ups a day, like I used to tell them. You say 10 a day before you eat anything. And before you know it, they're doing 40 or 50, or they're doing double push-up workouts. You don't tell somebody to go become a runner by running a marathon.
No.
Go run around the block every damn day. Every day, and eventually you'll run further. Well, so we're going to start small, thus atom, smallest thing, but atoms are powerful, so they grow. So I created something called the Atomic Speed Workout, and I didn't make a penny off of it, but it's really gone. I mean, like all over the United States, international, all that stuff. I always resisted that because I always said that I teach people how to cook. I don't give recipes. This is a recipe. This is 10 exact things. People say, well, could you do other speed drills? Yes, but people wanted a recipe. So the hook is this. It's a 15-minute workout where you do 60 seconds of work. So when I'm consulting with a cross kid in Connecticut, I'm like, do you have any time to work out? No, coach, I have no time. I said, do you have 15 minutes twice a week? I go, I can do that. Oh, and by the way, it's only 60 seconds of work. And not only are you not going to get tired, you cannot do this if you are tired. You have to be fresh, perky, caffeinated, all that stuff. And at the end of the 15 minutes, you're going to feel better than you did at the start.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Show me what you do. So it's small. It is not perfect. It's not optimal, but it is atomic. So let's do this. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. So people say, do you warm up? The answer is hell no. The workout is the warm up. The warm up is the workout.
Okay.
So it's not like a 15-minute warm up. Then we just get going.
Get it.
So the first thing we're going to do, get on the line. One of the things I want to impress upon people, Wooden's 8 laws of learning.
Okay.
Explanation. That's usually where teachers stop, and they're bad. Okay. Explanation, demonstration, imitation, repetition, 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 repetition. So the reason I say that is if you have a best guy at doing these, you always say something like, hey, Johnny, show it.
Yeah.
And if somebody's not watching, you say, you get on to them,
Yeah.
So it's really important to demonstrate because we learn best by demonstration and imitation.
Sure.
I have a 4-year-old granddaughter that knows a million things. She hasn't learned one thing by a paragraph. Imitation, imitating adults. So if we have a good demonstrator, we would do that. And that's what we would do with YouTube because I don't know if you guys suck or not at these things. We'll find out and I'll try to coach you through it. We do each drill one time. People always wonder, how long is each drill? And it's usually around 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But my guys know that as soon as there's a hint of fatigue, shut it down. because tired is the enemy, not the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can do this for 6 seconds, you do it for 6. It's not like we're timing it or anything. But basically, it's like a 5-second exercise, around 55 seconds recovery, and then we go to the next one. So we'll do 10 drills in 10 minutes. Okay? Cool. So the first thing we're going to do, the first 3 things are front side drills, where this is what I mean by front side. Sprinters pick up their feet.
Mm-hmm.
They're big in the front and they're short in the back, meaning that when on toe off, they try to come here as soon as possible. When I'm jogging or something, it's just like the feet never come off the ground much. Joggers trip a lot because their feet just they don't pick up their feet.
Right.
And you can't if you're going 10 miles. It'd wear you out.
Yeah.
So even the fastest distance runners hardly pick up their feet. I'm an old stereo guy from the 70s where you could turn it up to 10.
Okay.
We want to turn it to 11, which means we want to do each one of these better than we've ever done. That's what I mean by turn it up. Great visual. Put your hands high. Okay, now higher. See what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I mean by turning it to 11. That we say, oh, I'm trying as hard as I can, coach. Oh no, you probably have a little more.
Sure.
So we're constantly wanting to do it on 11 on a scale of 10. And some people say drills don't make you better. But then I say, when do you teach?
Yeah.
Do you teach when they're racing or something? Or they're on the other side of the track? No. So this gives me a chance to teach like I'm doing now. Okay. I tell people that Feed the Cats was really all about attracting great athletes to my program. That Cats were the guys that scored touchdowns, dunked the basketball. Those are the guys that are going to win for me, make me a good coach if good athletes love what we're doing on the track. But what I've found is that the generic guys, like you guys, like you guys probably weren't dunkers.
Nope.
Right?
I definitely wasn't.
Yeah. So it's the guys that are the average Joes, that improve the most. So I'm excited about how far we can get you guys.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but it's a process.
Yeah.
Like I've only had one Marcellus Moore in my life. And I say that phenoms were phenoms before they met their good coach, their first good coach. I hope that I was his first good coach.
Yeah.
But most kids do not come in running a 10.80 in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
And then run a 1040 world record as a 14-year-old freshman. Most kids are not at that level. Most kids cannot do any of these drills.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they can't even skip. And so those kids improve more than the elite kids do.
Sure.
The common thread of all fast sprinters is that they're on the track for like 1/12 of a second, 0.08.
Sure.
All of them are. And the guys that are slow getting off the track. So that's why we do plyometrics. Now, I tell people there's no lift in the weight room that I can say, oh, that kid's going to be on my 4x1. None of them.
Yeah.
So I say be general in the weight room.
Yep.
Strong is good. I can watch the guys do this, and I might be wrong, but I would put my money you, Steve, to win a race. Just by the way you're able to jump higher and bouncier.
Yeah.
In other words, this is a thing that fast people do really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And slow people not so well.
Yeah.
So this is something, anytime I can identify something where fast people do it well and slow people don't, I'm like, everybody needs to do these things better.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I think.
Sure.
And one of the things we do on X Factor days is we'll do 6 bounds, 3 left, 3 right, and measure it.
For distance.
That changes it.
Because you're big on competition.
Constantly. We want to gamify everything we do. To gamify, to me, if I'm working with a football coach, your practice better have game-like looking situations done at game speed where the play matters. That's gamifying.
Yeah.
The other way you gamify in training is by having a scoreboard. Measuring, competing, racing, instead of saying, let's mound, you say, okay, let's see how far you can bounce.
Yeah.
And we could do it out on the football field, on the thing. My good jumper, we did a video just last week. I think he went 62 feet in 6 bounds.
Gee.
Yeah, but he's a 23-foot long jumper.
Yeah.
But no matter, even if you did 48 feet, you're thinking 50's coming, baby. 50's coming.
Yeah.
So we gamify everything.
Sure.
Record, rank, and publish is one of my slogans. I have about 20 slogans, I think. And when somebody says record, rank, and publish, they think of Feed the Cats and me. And basically all it means is write stuff down. My dad, as a basketball coach, would never say, go shoot free throws. They charted free throws.
Yeah.
You'd shoot 10. You go tell, hey, I made 8 to the manager. You'd write down 8.
Yeah.
Just changes everything.
Yeah.
I remember one of the first aha type thing. I was like 20 years old and I was talking to a college track athlete. He goes, all sprinting is stride frequency times stride length.
Sure.
And I'm like, oh, wow. And now I never say that crap.
Yeah.
It's both. You're right. But so that's a frequency draw.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to move your legs fast is probably the most underrated thing in sprinting. Can you move your legs fast? And that has nothing to do with strength. It's electrical, neurological, CNS driven. It hurts weight room people when I say that sprinting is more electrical than it is muscular, but it's true.
Yeah.
There are phenom sprinters that have never lifted a weight.
Yeah.
They move their legs really fast. So I believe you can improve the central nervous system by doing things at a height at 11 on a scale of 10. We can improve our nervous system. And the cool thing is, once you improve the nervous system, speed's the tide that lifts all boats. The Brian Kula story where he worked with 2 female golfers and said, we're going to train you like McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And they said, but wait, in our sport, we don't sprint, we don't lift heavy things, we don't jump high, jump far, we don't bounce. He goes, yeah, but if you're a better athlete, you're a better golfer.
Yeah.
They were really bad when they started, but improved 2 miles an hour speed-wise in the first 10 weeks.
Wow.
Club speed improved 15.
Wow.
To me, that story is just speaks volumes. And then I think about baseball players. What makes a baseball player washed up? Bat speed's one of them.
Yeah.
You know what they don't do in their 30s?
Sprint.
They don't sprint.
Yeah.
They work out hard.
Yeah.
They lift. They eat right. They sleep right. They have like chefs and trainers and they don't sprint. And I just wonder, like maybe the bat speed. Anyway. And I think that's a misconception about Feed the Cats too, is it's a woke, happy, yeah, we want to make practice the best part of a kid's day.
Sure.
But I'm not above kicking a kid out of practice.
Yeah.
I've heard of you kicking people out of practice for showing up tired. Is that correct?
Not exactly, but
Okay.
But we do not train unless we're fresh.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so if a kid comes in and I'm like, what's wrong with you today?
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh, I didn't sleep last night, coach. Oh, man, I feel beat up. I said, well, go home and take a nap. Oh, no, I feel fine. Go home and take a nap. And, they'll like argue with me. So, or if a kid comes in with, his shins are hurting today a little bit. Okay, go home, take a nap. Oh, no, I'm not that bad. You just said your shins were hurting.
Yeah.
And then I have to explain to him that if he goes home, takes a nap, he'll come back tomorrow 100%. But if he rubs some dirt on it, fights through it, he might have 10 days of shin problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't really kick him out, but my guys understand they have to bring energy and it's not that hard.
Yeah.
But what we do, we have to do well.
Sure.
So the last thing I learned from Chris Corfist, this is the one thing with David Montgomery that plays for the Lions. Chris took him from 20.9 miles an hour to 22.1 in a 10-week summer. David was washed up. I'm going into his 3rd year. He was just kind of a tackle breaking fullback type of. He's one of those guys that we're going to use you for 3 years. Big contract comes up, we're going to cut you loose.
Yeah.
And you can go find somewhere to work. but instead he got trained in speed for the first time in his life. And he actually hit like 21 point something in a game
Oh,
his third year.
yeah.
And he was really smart. He called every newspaper, every TV station, and explained what he did all summer. And they were like interviewing Corfus and all this. He made big money because he got faster.
Yeah.
So we've just done 9 things. Now, we didn't do 9 things in 9 minutes because I talked, right? But you can imagine, like you're ready to do the next one now.
Yeah.
Right? You know, 30 some seconds, whatever. So you can get these 10 done in 10 minutes. I think it just says, you know, just a nice number, 10.
Yeah.
Like if you put 10 in the title of a blog or something, 10 times more people will read it.
Yeah.
10 reasons why.
Yep.
What are the 10?
Yeah.
So anyway, so 10 speed drills, just a nice even number. Some football coach says, you know, we're doing 12. We're doing some like lateral stuff. I'm like, good. It's okay. This is not like sacred anything.
Yeah. Right.
This is not optimal. People just really want, okay, these are the 10 things we do, and this is the order. So I believe that acceleration should be approached in every speed workout. I do not have speed days, acceleration days. A lot of people just, I think they feel more complex when they say these things, different types of days and things. Every time we get to top speed, we want to accelerate into it.
Yeah.
Like we mean it. So we can also teach here, and this is how I teach it. I like left leg forward, but whichever leg you go with forward, that hand goes high. So just get that feeling for a second. So you have your right foot forward, that's fine. Then your right hand goes high as you can get it. And you have your left foot forward, left hand goes high.
Okay.
And you notice that when it goes high, what happens to your eyes?
That drop.
One of the things is we want to see the track and acceleration. And the idea is we want to come out not low. Stay low is the worst cue in the world. Not stay low because people will bend. And you know, we want good, powerful vectors going on. So we come out around 45 degrees.
Okay.
The weaker you are, the higher you should rise. Like if you're a 14-year-old girl and you don't have much power, don't be telling her to come out at 45 degrees because she's not strong enough.
Yeah.
So we want to come up and out, and we will not stay at 45 degrees. It is a gradual rise to being tall because you're tall during max speed. Yeah. So that's one of the things. Stay tall. You know, if you're 5'10", I want you to run like you're 6 foot.
Okay.
At top speed.
Yep.
But it is gradual. Sometimes we used to see sprinters all like do this for like 30 steps and then they all seem to pop up at the same time.
Yeah.
There's not a pop up.
Yeah.
It's just gradual. And from what I've seen, even with really, really good high school sprinters, they are pretty damn close to straight up and down after 10 meters. I tell my guys that the worst track athletes can get one good push. The best ones might get 3, 4, 5, 6 good pushes.
Yeah.
And it is horizontal force.
Yep.
So when I'm watching, the thing I'm watching more than anything is the drop. I call them drop your shins.
Okay.
That your shins are going to be at that angle that you can push back.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. So we want to accelerate into top speed here because the next thing we can do is a time sprint.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You care about the distance on this?
No, but to get to top speed, you're probably going to be up. My fastest guy, Marcellus Moore, probably took 35 yards to get to top speed. I can be at top speed after about 2 yards. Okay. In other words, the slower you are, the less acceleration because you're just not trying to hit. Bolt ran 27.6 miles an hour. He didn't do that till the 60-meter mark of the race in Berlin, 27.6 miles an hour. So yeah, if you've ever seen a guy run 24, you're like, nobody can be faster than that. But Bolt was. So we want to get to a sprint here. And once again, this is not a warm-up, but it is a warm-up. One of my key things to my track athletes is you better sprint before you sprint. It's an easy slogan, right? Sprint before you sprint. If you don't sprint before you sprint and your first race is the 4x1, your 4x1 becomes your, and they say warm-up, just like you did. It makes sense. So they will spike up and sprint before they sprint. The most important thing is not the drills you do, but to actually have your race car go fast. I think what you guys are going to find is that once you hear things like it's all about the shins, that's all you'll see. You'll be like, one time there was a 5-star, supposedly the best football player in Georgia, and they had him coming out. He looked like a god, coming, like, what a beautiful, just everything looked great, except for the fact that his leg was like this. And, the coach put it out saying, like, there's a reason why this is the number 1 recruit in Georgia. And I DM'd him. I said, take that picture down. He goes, what's wrong, coach? No, take it down, man. That straight shin means after one step, he's done accelerating. He goes, oh, the shin needs, yes. I like to mix up my metrics. People criticize me like, oh, Holler, 3 10-yard flies and go home. That's not going to get you better, blah, blah, blah. But we do all kinds of things. We do 10-yard flies, 10-meter flies, basically the same thing, but that gives us 2 different records we can break. That comes from my BFS. You know what BFS is? Yeah, good. It kind of ruled the world 30 years ago. And the record, rank, and publish of mine was stolen from that. You wrote down everything. Kids were breaking records every day in the weight room, vertical jump, sprinting, everything. So I think it's important that we have different metrics. We can break different records. We do 20-yard flies. We do 40-yard flies, which means there's about a 30-yard run in, a 40-yard fly, and a 30. But we won't do 3 of those in a day. We'll do that third thing maybe. We do 35-meter flies on the curve. Why 35 meters? Boy hurdle, or the hurdle marks of the 300 hurdles and the 400 hurdles are 35 meters apart. I love natural markings on tracks. And you say, oh, so you're actually sprinting on a curve. That makes sense to me. Curve sprinting is good for anybody at any time. It's not always straight line. So we have like 7 different metrics. Sometimes we actually go 15-yard block starts or starts into a 10-yard. And to do that, once again, natural markings. If we start at the start 110s, that's that white line over here. The first hurdle mark is 15 yards away. Even though it's a metric race, this hurdle's 15 yards, that hurdle's another 10. So we do 15 into a 10 because of hurdle. We have an indoor track, a small one, but still, even if it's a 55-meter hurdles, it's 15 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards. That's just boys. Girls' hurdle marks are closer.
All your different, things that you test.
Yes.
Reminds me of West Side Barbell.
I've been told that a lot.
Okay.
That Louis Simmons, that I think like Louis, which is weird because I've never met the guy.
Yeah.
And from what I know of him, he's like a power lifter, right?
Yeah.
Power lifter. Everyone should take steroids, geared up.
Yep.
But it reminds me when you spoke to our group, and I think it was after the call had ended. I think we shut it down, and then Scott was like, our boss, Scott Charlin, said that you were one of the top 3 most influential performance coaches of all time. That's how, and I talked to him afterwards. Hey, who's your top 3? And he's like, man, to be honest, I don't know who the top 3 it would be, but number 1 and number 2 are Tony Holler for your impact, Feed the Cats, Rank, Record, Publish, F the Grind, all these these things have, as you know, taken over.
Yep.
And he said the other person in that top 2 is Louis Simmons for his bands, chains, conjugate training, all of this stuff. And it's like, just hearing it from you now, it's like, man, this is similar. It's very similar in a sense.
And was Louis also a guy that did not want people slogging through workouts?
Yeah,
I can imagine. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the grind. You know, dull, hard work, keep going. You know, keep, 10 more times up the sand dune.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. No. But, like the Derrick Henry thing, he's a freak, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
But everything he puts out is insane training.
Yeah.
That sells.
Yeah.
Every time he breaks Barkley breaks runs close to 22 miles an hour. Oh my God, all that stuff. The next clip will be him but squatting like 700 pounds.
Yeah.
They don't know that he changed everything last year.
Was he was with you or was Corfin?
He called me, and I say that casually, like Saquon called me, and I was kind of shaken, when my son Troy, who runs my Instagram, said, "Hey, I think Saquon Barkley's going to call you." Thanks for the heads up. So he called, and it's a great story. I'll tell it forever. Saquon says, "I love your stuff. I feel like at the age of 26, I'm a step slow and I'm getting hurt all the time. I'm starting to feel old and I'm about to sign with somebody." And I said, "Who?" And he wouldn't tell me. I could have made some money. You can bet on that stuff, right? He wouldn't tell me. And he said, I said, "You're not going to like my answer. You shouldn't add anything. You need to subtract. I know what you do, and it's way too much." He paused and then he said, "So maybe instead of doing like 2 sets of 10 hundreds, maybe do 1 set of 5. I go, no hundreds." And then the pause was like very long. I heard kids run around in the background and stuff. And he goes, "Coach, I feel like I've been brainwashed." I go, "We all have.
Yeah.
We all have Mamba mentality. You got to get up at 4 a.m. You know what happens to like a 19-year-old kid when they start doing Mamba? They get hurt.
Yeah.
They break down eventually.
Yeah.
And it's bad. It's a crash. Kobe Bryant wasn't doing those things when he was a teenager. He started very late.
Sure.
So I keep trying to tell people that what you see is what the athlete wants you to see. And none of them want you to see that they are God's gift to athleticism.
Yeah.
They have phenom traits.
Yeah.
They're unicorns. They're things that the 3 of us could have never been, no matter what we did.
Yeah.
They don't want to see that. They don't want us to see that. What they want us to see is incredible hard work.
Yeah.
Every single great athlete wants to show you that side of them. They don't want you to see, like the sleep side,
Yeah.
Anyway, spikes are optimal. A track is optimal.
Yeah.
But if you're running in flats it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I like optimal. I like a little wind behind us.
Yeah.
That's optimal.
Yeah.
I like doing it before you lift and not after you lift.
Sure.
But if my kids are lifting in PE, suboptimal has to work, right?
Yeah.
So,
All right, Tony, you've seen a ton of flies. What are your predictions? You don't have to be nice.
Please don't.
I'm saying Alex runs 17 miles an hour and you run 18.
Okay.
Let's see it.
I'm just challenging you.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
All
Yeah.
right. Now, what does that mean though? We give out bands for 2021, 22, 23.
So we're not even close.
So you would
No
would
band.
be sent after one day of trying out for my sprint team. You would get cut, and you could go to the distance group.
What Is distance like, would I still have a chance at the 400 or no?
Yes,
But
but at 18 miles an hour, and I'm not even sure you can run 18.
Mhm.
You would not run better than a 58 or 59 in the
okay,
400. The 400 is all speed.
yeah.
It's yeah. I say that, but if you can run 19 miles an hour for 48 seconds, you're a possible state champion.
Yeah.
But the best way to run 19 miles an hour is not to get in really good shape.
Be able to
It's
run 20,
23.
Yeah.
Guys that can run 23, 19 feels
Good pace.
efficient.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good.
They don't burn as much gas.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But it is what it is. Like if you were a lacrosse athlete, when I consulted with Princeton lacrosse, they had like 40 guys, and they're right before their winter program. They had 10 weeks. And they only had 3 guys that could run 20.
Okay.
Nobody could run 21. And I'm like, this is like D1. These are like good athletes,
Yeah.
right? And they're, yeah. Well, at the end of 10 weeks, I believe the numbers were 19 guys could run 20, and a couple of them were run 22.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you do this kind of work, you will get faster. But 1 or 2 miles an hour is amazingly
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
1 mile an hour faster. Like I said, Dave Montgomery went from 20.9 to 22.1. So he was 1.2 miles an hour faster. And that is a multi-million-dollar game changer
Yeah.
for him. He was a different human from then on. Sometimes I see him run now and say, gee, Gibbs is fast.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was David.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
David.
Yeah.
Man, he looks fast.
Yeah.
So, and speed is the fountain of youth. I mean, if you never slow down, you never grow old.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So even like you guys who are both very young, if you could start speed training and stay fast, you will feel younger. And I think you weirdly stay lean.
Yeah.
Without going out and run 60 minutes.
Yeah.
It's weird. There's magic. And then of course the health thing.
Mhm.
Sprint-based football teams, they just don't get hurt.
Yeah.
There's some magical health benefit about getting all the symphony of twisting and counter twisting and fire and the contract relax cycles happening really fast.
Sure.
That coordination somehow has a global benefit, as Les would say, or I'd say speed is the tide that lifts all boats.
Mhm.
It's a global effect. It
Yeah.
improves everything.